All right, so we've been studying. This is Troy with the Noble Grafted in middle position. We had studied from basically Romans 10:19, which is Deuteronomy 32:21. We had been kind of going through to verse 12:19 of Romans, which is vengeance is mine. But now I want to kind of go from Romans 12:19 to Romans 15:10. Rejoice with him, O heavens, bow down to him, O gods, for he avenges the blood of his children and takes vengeance on his adversaries. He repays those who hate him and cleanses his people's land. So getting from Romans chapter 12 verse 9 to Romans chapter 15:10, which is kind of interesting because if you look at this, the Lord came from Sinai. So what happens after Deuteronomy 32 is really interesting. The Lord came from Sinai and dawned from Seir upon us. He shone forth from Mount Paran. He came from the 10,000s of his holy ones, with flaming fire at his right hand. Yes, he loved his people. All his holy ones were in his hand. So they followed up in your steps, receiving direction from you. When Moses commanded us the law as a possession for the assembly of Jacob, thus the Lord became king in Yeshurun. When the heads of the people were gathered, all the tribes of Israel together. Now, remember, Yeshurun is mentioned here about growing fat. And that's what led up to this moment where he's jealous. He provokes them to jealous to go to the Gentiles. You can read about this in Isaiah 44 verses 1 to 2. But so when we look from Romans 12 to Romans 15:10, we see that Paul would have known the Lord is going to return upon Edom, upon Mecca, upon Islam, upon the surrounding nations. This would have all been understood. Now, if you want to see where Paul takes this, just look at Romans 11, where he says, a deliverer will come from Zion. This is describing that coming from Zion, specifically Isaiah 59, verse 20. So it's really important to see what this means. I will repay those who hate me. Now we see it's kind of pointing to Saudi Arabia, Edomites, Mount Paran. The Lord returns right there. Bloodbath.